today. We're going to give him just a little more time. One of the guys did have an email received last week, noting that permit drawings were being prepared and such. So we're going to give him probably another week to see where he's at, and if he doesn't do anything, we'll move it to a legal order for him to have to comply a little quicker.
Okay.
So in regards to the grading, 2% is the standard maximum for drainage from the property, but a permit is not required to do that sort of landscaping work. So he's not mandated to do so, but you can check with the zoning department if it becomes an issue where you're getting all that water coming into your yard. The zoning department may have an officer address that particular matter and force him to change the grade. Now, we know some things are going to happen once the permit, if it is applied for, or he's going to have to, we know he's going to have to make some, a zoning variance or movement, and with those documentation processes, he will be forced to do something with the grade as well. So that's something that will sort of piggyback.
Okay.
Okay, so that will happen regardless of whether you did follow up or not. He will be forced to alter that by one of the departments in the zoning area. So the third thing there with the construction practice he is allowed with the setbacks, and you and I talked about this yesterday, the 2-foot setback of the property line with the deck. That is permissible providing that the deck does not surpass the side of his house, of which in this particular case the deck is predominantly on the side of the house. So he's not allowed to have that at all without a zoning variance and permit approval to have it in that location. So once he does secure permit, and let's say he applies for permit, he'll have to get a zoning variance based on its location. If the zoning variance is not authorized because once it's posted, if no one or if there is disagreements in the neighborhood for him to have that, it can be shut down, and then he would have to remove that section entirely.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's where that's kind of sitting. So there's, based on our conversation from yesterday, a little more research confirms where we're at with this. So with the processes coming up again, if he applies, he's going to have a very difficult time leaving that deck on the side yard, and that will affect whether it stays there or not, whether it is altered or not, and whether the grading needs to be changed, to which it will. So considerable more information than yesterday, but that's kind of where we're at.
Okay, so then when he does apply for a variance, he'll have to put up a zoning sign, and on the zoning sign there'll be a number for me to call.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll get a yellow placard that is posted, and the permit office will, the zoning office particularly, will note the date that placard is applied on his property. And that yellow placard will have the information for anybody to dispute and not authorize it to proceed.
And that placard has to be placed in a visible location for the public in the front and the back of the yard, eh?
That's correct, sir.
Okay, right,